Como estás? What's up? What's happening? It's Royale Eats here, and we are located at Mount Whitney in California. And man, just as you can see, just by this background alone, man, this place is truly breathtaking. Like it truly is. And bear with me here, just as I try to explain this all, you know what I'm saying, to y'all. Like I'm still taking it all in. You feel me? So just where we at right now is a very iconic location. A lot of popular movies have been shot here, such as Iron Man, Gladiator, Django Unchained, which is my favorite movie, like one of my favorites when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, particularly in the comedy section, the comedy dramas, you feel me? So just to be here, be in this moment, see all the scenery here, it's amazing. And we got some good food coming up today, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do some ribeyes for y'all. And then we got these chimichurri potatoes that we gonna do, you feel me? And I really think y'all gonna love this one. So man, stay tuned, stay active, get ready, and let's get into it. All right, so first we're gonna prep our ribeyes. We picked this up in the local market on the way here, and it's just funny because as we were driving in, I was still trying to figure out, exactly what did I want to make in the mountains. You know what I'm saying? This is my first time here, and I'm like, all right, what would really fit the theme and fit the aura of being here? And while we was riding up, we kept seeing these signs for like bulls and cows, like like the yellow warning signs, and I was like, okay, let's do something with that. You know what I'm saying? So when we went to the market, we found these beautiful cuts of ribeyes with great marbling in them. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? We could do something special with that. So we're gonna get started just by prepping them, just doing an easy prep with them. We're gonna take some olive oil, put some different spices on it. We're gonna let that sit and move on, and then come back to them and we're gonna grill them. And that's what I'm most excited for. So just a little oil, a little more on the back side, just so we can make sure all our spices stick and everything be good. All right. We're gonna get some kosher salt, good coarse salt here. Add it on our salt. Now we're just gonna do some fresh black pepper, fresh cracked black pepper. I already know this gonna be good. I just know it. I can feel it in my spirit, man. The weather is beautiful here as well, considering where we just was at in the desert in the middle of nowhere. Got to 120 degrees. 120 degrees. Would you believe that? And I was filming and cooking in 120 degrees, but it was beautiful. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's definitely an amazing experience to do that. And now to be here, be in the mountains, it feels good. Good little wind chill every now and then, you know what I'm saying? It's amazing. So now I'm gonna go here, add a little granulated onion. Get that right. Some granulated garlic. And I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like granulated garlic and onion, I don't know. I feel like it does more. Like it has like a bigger punch, I should say, of flavor when you cooking with it. I don't know how to explain it. It may be a science behind it, but that's what we gonna go with. All right, so lightly pat these in. Then we gonna try to get, what's on the board. Get those on the bottom, on the sides. Want to definitely make sure this is well seasoned. All right. Take this here, pat that in, get the sides, flip over, and then just repeat the process. Going back down with some coarse salt, some coarse kosher salt. These are some big cuts, so definitely want to make sure that they're flavorful and everything be good. All right, black pepper. Now we got our onion. Dang, wind taking my onion away. That's 49 cents worth of onion. Garlic. It's that organic, so yeah, it's like 49 cents. Much onions it took. That organic stuff. Make sure we get the real quality. You hear me? All right, gonna pat these in. Make sure again we get the sides. All that gotta be well seasoned. Well seasoned. Now, just gonna wrap the steaks up, let them chill out for a sec while we move on to the next thing. Just let them chill out, let that flavor absorb in. And this is gonna be like extremely fun for me because I've never, done 90% of what we're about to do today. So this is a challenge, but I'm embracing that challenge. You feel me? And just goes to show if you just, enjoy the moment, do what you want to do, have fun with it, you could really do anything. And that's what we about to do. So, all right. So now we're about to make the compound butter. You know what I'm saying? They go on the steak, and we're gonna do softened butter, kosher salt, black pepper, red pepper flakes, some minced garlic, and a little parsley. All right. So we're gonna add this softened butter that literally just got softened by the heat. It's it's better than what it was yesterday, but it's still a little warm out here. Let's see. Let's add that in there. I'm gonna add some salt. Some black pepper. Little red pepper flakes. Just for a little kick. Might add it a lot, but it's okay. Set this to the side for a sec. Get that minced garlic on. And with these dishes, it's like I've made this stuff before. Like I've made steak before, I've made potatoes before. But as far as doing it in this type of environment and the way we're doing it and the methods we're using, that's what I'm saying, what's new and stuff like that. And that's what's exciting and what's challenging, just to be able to cook in different environments, try different cooking methods, and really just having the confidence that it's just gonna turn out well regardless. We're just peeling the garlic, getting all the extra skin off, and we're gonna mince it. All right. Add our garlic to the bowl. Just gonna mix up a little parsley to add into the compound butter. Now we're just gonna give it a little mix. It's a little warm out here, so it didn't melt in my butter a little bit, but it's all right. We're just gonna stick it in a cooler, let it solidify a little bit, and we're gonna be smooth. And then lastly, we're gonna add in some diced shallots. just to give it a little bit more punch. Mix that up, get that mixed in there. And it's gonna solidify once we get it in the cooler how we need to do it. So it's all good. So yeah, just another little pinch of salt. It looks beautiful. Just the colors alone just looks amazing. All right, so now we're going to prepare our chimichurri. We're going to add in some olive oil. And our chimichurri is for the potatoes. And the reason why I decided to do chimichurri potatoes, because at first I was just going to do, just the typical steak of potatoes. But then, I was thinking about, we need something green. I didn't really care for it in my mind at first. I was like, I just do steak and potatoes. But, I know my aunt going to see this and she going to be like, why you ain't had nothing green on the plate? And I didn't feel like getting popped, you know what I'm saying, for that. So I was like, let's throw some chimichurri in there. Kill two birds with one stone. So we got that. Add a little bit more red wine vinegar. All right. Adding some salt. Some black pepper. Right. Did the salt, black pepper. Now we're going to add in a little oregano if the wind doesn't take it away from me. Let's do a little bit of red pepper flakes. Try to go a little bit this time. All right, that's cool. All right, set this to the side real quick. Now we're gonna mince up some garlic and roughly chop some parsley. All right. If you haven't noticed by now, I kind of really like garlic, so it's gonna go in a lot of stuff that we make. I don't know. I feel like that pungent flavor just it really does something when you combine it with food, like with different dishes, I should say. If I could add garlic and onion and everything, I probably would. That garlic. Got garlic in there, and one of the most important ingredients for chimichurri, parsley. So we're gonna get some fresh parsley, a good amount. Just adding our parsley to the bowl. Then we're gonna mix everything up. All right. Give this a good mix. Smells phenomenal. All right. Our chimichurri should be good. All right, so now we're gonna prep our potatoes. We just got some baby Yukon potatoes. Just gonna chop these into chunks. Just cutting these into chunk-sized pieces. It's gonna help them, cook a little bit faster and a little bit more even. Just try to make sure we get them roughly about the same size. I done seen about every bug imaginable out here. Bugs I ain't even seen before. Like these ain't regular flies. These is like horse flies or something. I do not know. But we still making it happen though. All right, so got our potatoes cut, toss them in a bowl. Now we about to season them up. So going in with a little bit of olive oil. This is gonna help the spices stick to the potatoes just a little bit because we're gonna add more, a little bit more fats as we're starting to cook them and stuff like that. So we went in some olive oil. Now I'm gonna add some salt. All right. Some black pepper. All right. Granulated onion. Told you I like onion and garlic on everything, so even in granulated form. Granulated garlic. And some smoked paprika. I feel like this is really going to help it, one, with color, you know what I'm saying? It's going to help it brown and get some good color, but also just that smoky flavor combined, when we cook it over the fire, it's really going to give it a good pop of flavor. All right, just going to mix this up. Make sure our potatoes are coated. All right, so after we're done mixing this, now we're about to build the fire pit, finish building that, get that fire rolling. We're going to cook our potatoes, then we're going to cook our steak, and we get to eat. The most important part, we get to eat. So just lit our fire. Gonna let the fire build up some. We'll have it off like slightly off to the center a little bit so we can have a side for direct heat and then the side for indirect heat for when we're cooking our steaks. We're gonna put those over direct just to get a good sear and a good crust on it. And then we're gonna move those over to the side a little bit so they can cook indirectly. And the same thing with our potatoes. We're gonna have them kind of like off to the side so they can cook off, a little bit of indirect heat. All right, so I'm gonna set our skillet here, kind of let that heat up a little bit, kind of like off center of the firewood. Just let that heat up a little bit. And then we're gonna add in a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter, just, for the fats so it can get some good flavor and so it can help it cook. All right, so I'll add a little bit of oil in there. Now I'm gonna just add a couple tablespoons of butter in there. That part that melted, I'm just going ahead and pour that in there. All right, so now I'm gonna add some of my potatoes in there. And we're just gonna try to get an even layer. We had to cook it in batches if we have to, just so that they can cook evenly. All right, so our potatoes are cooking good. So I want to show y'all what I was looking to achieve and what we got by doing it on a cast iron. The crispiness on the outside, this is what you can't beat. This is what makes the cast iron special in cooking here. And you can get it from other skillets, but the cast iron, with the way it conducts heat, just truly makes it special when we're cooking these. It makes it a lot easier to cook over an open flame when doing with the cast iron, from at least what I've noticed thus far. Also, another thing I've noticed while cooking this, just as we're learning how to cook over an open flame, cooking outdoors, you know, when I wanted to initially make the logs, I kind of had it off center because I wanted to have this idea of, you know, having a direct heat and then an indirect heat on the side. And when we started setting it up, the wind had calmed down tremendously. So I was like, okay, we'll definitely be able to do what we need to do there. But then as we started cooking, the wind started picking up and it started to shift, you know, the flames going that way. So I feel like, you know, moving forward, just with having the experience now, I know that, hey, probably can keep the log centered and have an idea of how to gauge the wind and which direction it's coming in, and have that set up, you know, to set up for my indirect heat and my direct heat, you know. So just learning experiences as we're doing this and getting better as we're doing this. But potatoes are still turning out beautifully. Like, just look at this color. Like, it's perfect. Exactly what we was looking for. Just trying to get the rest of our potatoes cooked, just mixing it around some. Let them still cook. They're coming out beautifully. The smells that I'm getting right now are amazing. So yeah, we had to shift it over so it could cook directly, so that, you know, we can get the majority of the flame that we need to get so our potatoes can cook evenly. But it's cooking beautifully, and we're making adjustments as we go, and we having fun doing it. You know, this has been an amazing learning experience as I've been doing this, and, you know, just getting accustomed to cooking in the outdoors, like I was saying, and just learning about the elements and the environment, you know. So it's been a challenge. It's definitely been a challenge, you know, getting from behind the counter in the kitchen and stuff like that, and translating, you know, some of the lessons that I've learned in the kitchen and translating that to the outdoors. A completely different environment, but, you know, cooking is cooking at the end of the day, and you can make adjustments as you go based off the prior knowledge that you have, that wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But these potatoes, man, these are amazing. I can't wait to toss it in the chimichurri. I'm gonna have some just to the side, just, you know, for regular potatoes, just to eat those, and then, you know, have the some with the chimichurri. But they're definitely cooking amazing. And then we got hickory smoke. So just smelling that hickory as we're cooking, man, just, I can't wait to put the steaks on there and get that hickory smoke into the steaks. I already know it's gonna be fire. No pun intended. You see, I'm gonna try to taste one of these. Got some smaller ones that I cut up, so I know they cooked faster. Let me just see how they taste it. I ain't gotta say nothing. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I don't want to spoil it, cause my guys gotta try it with me too. So I want to make sure I get their natural reactions. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm just keep cooking. Oh, and another thing while making this, when you cooking outside, you gotta be aware of these scavengers out here, man. I didn't had, it was like a crow or a raven or something like that. One of these black birds was flying by and all that, like trying to mark its territory. You know what I'm saying? Flying over our heads and stuff like that while I'm cooking, trying to make sure it don't try to snatch a potato. Unless, you know, it can if it want to, then we'll be grilling bird, I guess. Cause I ain't going like that. It's $39.99 worth of potatoes. So I'm gonna get my $39.99 worth of bird on everything. Potatoes almost done. Now I'm gonna set these to the side. Just kind of just have that so it can just stay warm. Set it to the side. I'm gonna throw my steaks on in a second. Let me know what y'all think are like some, other good things we can make outdoors. You know what I'm saying? Because as we're doing this, I'm learning, I'm growing as we're doing this. So I hope y'all learning and growing with me. And if you got some tips of different things that you see that you feel like, hey, try this out. You know what I'm saying? This technique, or try this meal out. Try to make it outdoors. Greatly appreciate it, because we're definitely going to keep this thing going. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep learning. I want to keep growing, So if you got some wisdom that you could pass along to me, by all means, pass it along. I say one of the most beautiful things that I feel when it comes to, culinary and cooking, that I'm happy that I chose this art form to put my passion into, is that you literally can never stop learning. Like, you can never stop learning from culinary. There are so many different environments you can cook in, different types of cuisines. You know what I'm saying? It's everlasting. I can't think of one chef. If there are chefs out there that have mastered every single piece of culinary, my hat's off to them. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's a rarity, because there's so many different techniques. There's so many different types of cuisines. There's so many different types of food you can cook. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things you can never stop learning. And if you're somebody that's like me, that loves to learn, it's just an amazing field to be in. I thank God every day that He guided me, in this passion and putting it into culinary, because it's tested me, it's tried me, you know what I'm saying? It's challenged me in ways I never thought I'd be challenged, but in everything that I've done with this, I've learned and I've grown from it. And just to be able to pass what I've learned on to you all, and then when y'all give me tips, I learn from that as well, and it's just been an amazing journey when it comes to cooking. And I've been able to connect with so many different people from all across the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's too many other art forms that compare to culinary. All right, our potatoes are about done. All right, so our potatoes have been cooking beautifully. Now we just want to try to keep them warm, so we're going to move them over to the side. And you already know what time it is now. Time to get them steaks going, you hear me? All right, so now we're going to get our steaks on. Make sure that can get kissed to the flame right on top of that grill. Now we're going to get our other piece on. Lightly press down on it. We should be good. All right, I'm going to try something. Get a little cross section. Just see how they looking. Let them go a little bit more. Woo! Man. Getting that fat dripping from the steak going down to the fire, so that's bringing, even more flames coming up. So just being careful with how we do it. We don't want to burn our steak. Now, if the wind coming in a different direction, but it looks beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. That flame is hot. All right, so steaks look beautiful. Whew. Man, so we're gonna set these on the cutting board so that they can rest. Let these rest, and then we're gonna put some compound butter on those. And like I said, the compound butter was able to firm up a little bit. So now I could do what it do. Got some beautiful steaks here. Now I'm just gonna set some butter right on top. All right. Let that butter sit right on the steaks. And let that get ingratiated. All right, so we're gonna set these off to the side. Let those do what they do. Let our steaks rest. Now for our potatoes, we're gonna toss our potatoes into a bowl, and then we're gonna mix them in with the chimichurri. All right, potatoes still warm. I could just make life easier on myself. Got these gloves here. All right, they do. We're just gonna add some here to the bowl. All right, so steaks are done. They rested. Juice is flowing. You know what I'm saying? It's time to it's time to cut into it, man. Say I got some extra potatoes I had, so those cooking, just letting those do what they do. And we're gonna see what the steak talking about. You hear me? And it's like perfectly tender. Like it's cutting through it like butter, man. Like it's no give to it. It's just cutting straight through. If it even tastes a quarter of how good it looks, we hit the money on this one. I mean, it's just easily cutting through. Let me just try a little piece right here. Because I'm greedy. I couldn't wait to finish. Sorry. Let me stop being dramatic, man. It's just good. Like, it's like I'm proud of me and my team. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Let me just get one more piece. Told you I ain't gonna say nothing until the team try it. That's when I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna keep eating it though, man. They'll be all right. All right, let's play this up a little bit. And if you got something to say about the cook and all that, I don't want to hear it, to be honest with you, because it tastes phenomenal, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. You can add all the nuances and all the stuff you want to, but does it taste good? Yes. Oh, man. It's been a beautiful day. It's been an amazing day. Just gotta thank God for this one. You know what I'm saying? Gotta give my blessings to the Most High. Just for the scenery alone. You know what I'm saying? Seeing his work in full effect and full force. And then just to be able to make amazing food and be inspired by the landscape. Oh, man, all praise to the Most High for sure. Forever praising the Most High. All right, so we got it plated up now. I'm about to try it out with my guys. You know, I kind of cheated a little bit and tried it first, but you know what I'm saying? I had to do what I had to do. But we about to get their reaction to it and see what they think about it. All right, so breaking bread is extremely important to me. You know what I'm saying? Being able to share food with your people, you know what I'm saying? And being able to vibe over that and delegate and discuss good things over good food, you know. So I'm definitely about to bring my guys in here so they can review it with me. And because this has been such a special day and such a special location, you know what I'm saying? I had to get a special drink This is not sponsored or anything. This is just my love for this right here. This Martinelli's apple juice. I think it's the greatest thing that was ever invented. You know what I'm saying? When Jesus turned water into wine, it wasn't wine, it was Martinelli's. I'm trying to tell you. It got to be the glass bottle, though. Glass bottle only. So, about to break bread with my guys, about to eat some steak and potatoes. Don't say nothing about the cup. We in the wild, so we just doing what we got to do. But make sure my guys get to drink some, and we get to break bread and discuss how this food turned out. All right. Y'all come in. All right, so my guy Alan is vegetarian, so he's just gonna be helping try out the potatoes, and my guy Carlos gonna help me try out the steak and the potatoes. So, should I mean dig in, fellas? Like,
dude,
grab what y'all want to grab.
I'm gonna go ahead and this one right here.
What y'all think?
Lord have mercy. You're fire.
I've
been waiting behind that camera. Full shoot. Just to try this steak. How's this potato?
Fire. Fire.
So I know you like a red too, so I got like a real red piece right there.
Bro, that's delicious.
Grab that.
Yo, so what's on the potatoes?
So we toss it in like a chimichurri sauce. First we season it with, you know, a little bit of olive oil, kosher salt, black pepper, granulated garlic, granulated onion, and smoked paprika to get a little smoky flavor. And then with the chimichurri, you know, we mixed in with the olive oil, red wine vinegar, garlic, crushed red, I think some more other spices and stuff in there. We just throw stuff in there so we could do it.
Chimichurri really taking it elsewhere, man.
All right, so
bro.
Steak, 1 out of 10 review.
I'm gonna give it like a. Damn, I think I went too high yesterday, and I don't want to go too high, but this is way better than yesterday. It's like a 9.4.
Solid.
9.4, you know.
Solid.
The steak is good. I'm trying to tell you with that compound butter.
The sear on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And then the buttery on the inside. It's the perfect combo.
Thank you. And they not gassing it, cause like if anybody gonna be honest, it's gonna be him more than anything. He'll let me know, you know what I'm saying, if something really not good. He gonna talk about it. So this means a lot coming from him, cause he's definitely honest when he gives his reviews. But potatoes, what would you give it?
Still blown away right now, man. That's delicious, bro. Gotta be one of the most delicious potatoes I've eaten. Like, not even kidding.
This is the first time I ever made chimichurri potatoes.
Holy
like,
shit.
It's crispiness for me.
Man.
I just knew the concept of chimichurri, and like I said, I wanted to have something green. So like my aunt like wouldn't get mad after she see the video. So just mixing that in with the potatoes, you know what I'm saying? I'm loving how it turned out.
It's working out perfectly. I'll tell you what, like the red vinegar mixes so well in it. Like just a chimichurri with the potatoes. Bro, I'm gonna have to give it like a solid 9.5, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's up there. I don't know what the fuck I do differently. You know what I mean? Like you said, there's always room for improvement. You know what I mean? But I don't know what I do differently. Straight up. You got like the perfect crispiness on the outside. You know what I mean? Kind of soft on the inside. Bro, hold up.
Talking too much. Try it.
Wow.
All right.
I like the tiny ones.
Bro.
They're extra crispy.
Appreciate you, brother.
Incredible.
I need to go into this apple juice though, because you hyped it up so much.
Yeah, for sure.
Cheers here.
For sure.
Salud, baby.
Absolutely.
Salute, man.
You.
With this heat. Oof.
Oh, man.
It's the greatest apple juice on earth, I promise you.
Holy shit.
This ain't no sponsor. I mean,
not yet.
Not yet. If they wanted to, Martinelli's, y'all see this, y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? We could drink more. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing. We could drink more, you know, but it's amazing, man.
Bro. I'm usually not a fan of apple juice, to be fair.
Love apple juice.
Cause this ain't normal apple juice, man. And it's the glass bottle. If y'all gonna drink it, get the glass bottle. That plastic, you know what I'm saying? We don't do plastic. We do glass when it comes to Martinelli's. You know what I'm saying?
Unbelievable.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Hey, appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all.
You stepped up to the challenge. You know what I'm saying? You did it.
Good.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Delicious.
Man.
Step out and get it wrapping. Get ready for the next location.
For sure.
Do it.
All right, so, man, Mount Whitney has been an extreme pleasure to be here and to you know, just bask in this environment and to be able to get creative and do what we did, you know, today it's been truly a blessing. And I'm truly grateful, you know, just to be here. Truly grateful for my guys to help me out, you know, with this shoot and get this, you know, prepared so that we can share this with you all. So next, because you know we got to keep going, we got to keep the ball moving, got to go to the next location. We're going to Lake Isabella, going deeper into the mountains, you know what I'm saying? Getting more inspiration, getting more vibes and all that. So if you enjoying this, you know what I'm saying, this experience with us, stay tuned, stay with us, and let's get into it.